Now, how do we turn the money printer on your business? In 2025, we'll have a big problem. Traffic is getting unpredictable on social media. You can go viral, but with completely the wrong people. Who here's had a video pop off and it's just brought in rubbish leads? See, JJ, Simon, you had a video get like 10 million, like loads of people, right? Getting virality doesn't necessarily guarantee sales and income. Now, this is the solution. We call it the influence engine. Has anyone here heard of Eugene Schwartz's buyer's pyramid? Simon? Anyone else? Okay. Reese? So there's a couple of different steps to this when we look through a funnel. So step number 1 is unaware. So these people have no clue about you. They have no clue about they have any problems in life. This is probably 99.9% of society just going along their merry way, probably the majority of the UK. Now, the second thing, problem aware. These are people who realize they have some type of issue, but they have no way to solve it. So like, okay, I'm 20 pounds overweight, but I don't know how to get rid of this. I've had this for the last 5 years. Number 3, solution aware. They have the problem, they know how to solve it, or they've seen the solution. Number 4, product aware. That would be some type of coaching service like your wonderful businesses. And number 5 is then like intent. And an example in terms of this practically, so we look at the top, Charlie is unaware how much his weight is affecting his energy, confidence, and daily life. So how many people go to, like, remember this is my stage at crib specifically, particularly guys like 55 or whatever, who would have like digestive issues, like really low energy, just felt terrible. Have absolutely no idea like why or even realize this problem. They just think that's normal. 7.2, problem aware. Charlie started feeling frustrated with his appearance and health. He felt tired and sluggish often. So he's aware there's something wrong here. Number 3, solution aware. Charlie learned that fitness programs could help people like him lose weight, build energy, and feel better. And product aware. Charlie found out about Charlie Johnson Coaching, a program specifically done for people looking to shed body fat and boost their fitness. And then the most aware people at the bottom of the funnel is Charlie's now committed to Charlie Johnson Coaching because he knows it works for people like him who need structure, accountability, and sustainable results. And that's where the most important thing, like JP mentioned earlier on, is certainty, because we have to give certainty and confidence in everything we do. And this is the most important thing that like no one is ever going to buy from you, and it's like 1,000% Chang Yang can help you lose weight. 1,000% Aku can help you lose weight. They have to believe you can do it, and they have to have that conviction in the way you communicate and also the content you put out. Now, essentially, how do we use this to our advantage in terms of bringing people through that type of funnel? Stage 1 is you create 2 to 3 problem-aware pieces of content with like comment CTA for a guide or even like a direct message to DM in. Example here, this would be something like problem-aware. Here's 3 warning signs you have high cortisol that's affecting fat loss. People don't even realize this is a reason they're not losing weight. It's probably actually one of the things that affects me sometimes, like stress levels being higher. People have no idea. They don't realize this is a problem, they're just going along the merry way. So that would be an example in terms of something being problem aware. First time we actually posted that on my main account, that went nuclear, and it's very, very easy real to do. So I would probably suggest doing that. Second thing is you then create 2 to 3 solution aware pieces of content. So we've made them problem aware. Stage 2, this is an example in terms of here's how eating a dessert can actually help you lose weight. So talking about consistency with your diet, you can actually adhere to it. Maybe actually having reduced cortisol because you have something you enjoy that increases dopamine levels. There's a very strong argument for that. And then I'm going to just pause for a moment. So this is actually the first business event I ever did. This was October 2022. And you can see the smile on my face. Like, I love doing this. And Shane actually, sits in the corner, right on the left-hand side. Like, whether it's 3 people at your event, 120 people event, 5 people watching your videos, you have to love what you do and do that with every piece of content you make. Because people will see if your energy and frequency is off and not congruent. Now, stage 2, you then create solution, product-based content with client results and testimonials. We then put stage 3 into ManyChat. So we link in. So if we're doing, for example, reels on, say, for example, cortisol one. So we had a comment CTA to get our cortisol guide. We would use ManyChat to fire back to basically start the conversation sequences so we can then pull people in. We're not actually necessarily trying to convert people at that part of the funnel. We're just trying to bring them in, warm them up, and build the know, like, and trust, because scarcity online is at an all-time high, and in my opinion, will probably just keep going up, which is why you need to build rapport with people, and you also need to have people have multiple touch points to come through a process. Buying cycles generally are getting longer now because of this. So we want to set up ManyChat flows off the top of the funnel, starting conversations. You can give value, send them through lead magnets. You can also create broadcast lists where you can message everyone at once. So a great example of this, if you've got a podcast, YouTube channel, some type of asset, you can drop that out. If you've got, for example, a Black Friday offer, you can drop that out, which is something we're going to come on to. And then you also obviously can collect prospects' emails, numbers, which is creating owned media. So you can outbound dial those people, you can WhatsApp them, you can create Facebook ad targeting groups on that as well. And basically with this process, what we look to do is we then turbocharge this by running paid ad traffic through it. So essentially we start with the first unaware, problem aware. We could boost reels from there. And we basically retarget throughout that process. So we would say, for example, the first 3 reels, we'll boost those out quite strongly on a heavy paid ad spend, not heavy, but like relative. Like the majority would go to the cold traffic. And then we would start to retarget the people who viewed over 50% of those videos. Example of this is here. So on the left-hand side, these are top of funnel videos that are being boosted out. We will then retarget people who've watched more than 50% of those videos, because those people are now problem aware and they also know something about me, not like directly super cold. Now, this is something, Nathan actually, I mentioned this to you wherever you are, he's done part of this already, is retargeting the middle part of your funnel with some social proof. Nathan, that's already made a difference to your business right away, right? So 2,500 clicks on a booking link by retargeting the middle part of the funnel with the right type of content at the right time. And this is where we need to engineer what people see at the right time in the part of the process. Because if you're trying to hammer someone with a cold ad and they've never seen you before, buy my fitness coaching program, they're not going to buy it. But if they've watched like 6, 7 different reels and been through loads of your content, and they start seeing retargeting ads as social proof, the likelihood is they're going to buy is going to increase dramatically, because the certainty is coming, right? Because they see over and over and over again results. So the audiences you use this, you want to be very specific. We'll be particularly building this out with the CEO clients we work with. If you're not already doing 30K plus per month, I would probably just purely focus on the retargeting funnel, your warm audience. I wouldn't worry about just trying to blast traffic through the top end. You should just try and get the top traffic to come organically for now and really nail that down before like potentially overspending on the ad side yet. There's a time and a place. You need proof of concept. Now, Black Friday 2025. We can do questions at the end on this. Black Friday 2025. Raise your hand if you launch a Black Friday offer. Keep your hand up if you're already making money from the Black Friday offer. Cool. So if you're in the room and you haven't got a Black Friday offer, you clearly hate money. So this is, I've taught all of our clients this already, but we're going to go through some of these things now. So, skip that one. I thought it was quite funny. That's actually what a lot of people's paid ads basically look like. It's just like this, you buy something. So phase 1, the offer. So you need a crazy offer that is scalable with tons of value that you've never seen before. So obviously you can't do this type of approach every single month. So if we look at the offer, some examples in terms of what we include is like every ebook recipe guide we have. You buy 12 months, you get 3 months free coaching, access to live events, VIP one-to-one coaching calls with you, free entry into transformation challenges. You can add what you like, but you just want to try and make it scalable that actually gives value. This is an example of our Black Friday funnel. Very clear in terms of the headline, video, very, very specific. We have a list, a value stack in terms of what you get for Black Friday additionally. Give me a second to take photos of that. And what I always do is try and put an RRP on that so it shows like the perceived value. So we want to try and jack that up as much as possible. So the goal is to try and make this a no-brainer. And that's essentially what marketing is like. Well, I have absolutely no decision to do this. If we look at traffic, so we want to follow up with every non-closed lead this year with the Black Friday offer. So like email, WhatsApp, calls. I mentioned about ManyChat, an IG broadcast list, hammering through that. You want to be going through organic content on IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube community pages, like Pinterest, anywhere you want. Paid ads in Facebook, and obviously shout-out pages work very well, in particular in specific niches. Kyle, wherever he is, has got a 10x ROAS on gay shout-out pages. I don't know where he is. There you go. And then obviously your email list. So examples of follow-up messages. Hey, XX, would you be interested in up to 3 months free coaching? We've just launched our Black Friday offer, which has some crazy added bonuses included. Up to 3 months free coaching, every recipe guide I've ever made, every training guide ebook we've ever made, lifetime access to our group community. If you want to get in the best shape of your life in 2025, so this is an important thing for Black Friday to talk about next year, then this is a no-brainer. So from waiting for on this, reply back Black Friday, limited to 7 clients. So you want to add some scarcity to it. If you're pushing this on email, I'd actually probably try and push more email replies. So try and get people to email you Black Fridays to opt in. And when to launch. If you haven't launched, you basically need to launch right now, because what I've seen with Black Friday, having done this for a while, is I originally started Black Friday maybe like 2 weeks before Black Friday and then crushed it. And then I was like, everyone else started doing it, and I started earlier. November has almost become Black Friday itself for the entire month. So you pretty much want to start pretty much out the gate. And here's the big kicker. If you've already got a solid client base, you want to offer an internal renewal. So realistically, you should be looking for 5 to 10% of people to take this. So for example, in our own businesses, what we offer is basically if you renew early now for 12 months, we'll give you an extra 3 months coaching for free, plus all of these bonuses, access to our live events, yada, yada, yada. One of the things I definitely wouldn't do with this is not ask people, because you'll find some people will have just signed up to the program, and I've had this, like limiting belief of a person that's not going to take it. A guy from Switzerland bought a coaching program. He think he'd be on the program 2 weeks. And I was like, I'm just going to ask him anyway and ask the question. Signed up. Had like 2.5, 3 year program. I can't remember who I was speaking to. I don't know if it was you, Simon, or someone said they've got someone signed up for like 2027 or 2028 now. Like people just keep, I think they bought one offer like this, right? And then another one. So it's like, some people just want to give you money. You should like give them the opportunity to do that. Option 2, if they can't afford that, maybe do 6 months with 1 month free. And the 2 most important things to remember, you want to make offers idiot-proof. So like, try and make things as simple as possible. And the only time me and Aidan actually spoke about this the other day, we had a Black Friday and any promotion that really didn't work, we overcomplicated it. We had like 4 or 5 different offers at the same time we were trying to launch. It was way, way too complex. And this is where you need to try and keep things as simple as you can, because when you start to add complexity to it, if you're struggling to understand it, then the customer's definitely not going to understand it. And if someone's confused, they definitely are not going to buy from you. And then marketing is ideas warfare. This is a saying I really, really like. And it's whoever can come up with the best idea that really hits home in terms of copy, hooks, visuals, something very different that's out there to engage that no one else is doing, will win. And this is where you almost want to have a thought process of like contrarian thinking. Do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. Like, if you're working in a specific niche, how's everyone else marketing like that? How can I market very different? How can I look different? How can I stand out more? How can my messaging be different? And be very specific in terms of is who you want as your ICA, like ideal client avatar. If you haven't done this before, I'd write down specifically who it is my perfect client. And the second thing I would do, and this will make you way more money, and particularly if you have a sales team, identify what the definition of a layup is on a sales call. So like, this person comes on, they've listened to your podcast, they watch your YouTube videos, they're on your email list, they've opted into all your lead magnets, maybe they know one of your current clients. Because the goal is, the funnel I spoke about earlier is, how can we get them to tick as many of these boxes before they come to the sales call as possible? And this is when it makes it as easy as possible for you to convert them on a closing side. And they're actually going to be a better client and get a better result because they're fully bought in and they have that certainty and conviction. And remember, the simplest ideas win. And the last thing I want to finish with this is like, what's your big problem and what's the one simple idea to overcome this problem? So again, if you write down, what is your big problem, ? What's your one simple idea to overcome this? This is the most important thing you need to think about today, you think about tomorrow, and really hammer that home.
If you enjoyed this clip and you're a business owner, content creator, or coach, and you want help in terms of exactly how to scale your business to the next level using ads, AI, VSLs, setters, and building teams to basically monetize your business and monetize your knowledge, but without you having to press all the buttons. It's never been easier than before. What we can do is we can walk through the whole process in terms of how we're doing this over and over and over again with content creators, with business owners. If you hit the link at the bottom of this video, you can book a call with us and the team. We can audit your whole business, show you where the bottlenecks are, and show you exactly how we can scale. And if we think you're a good fit to work with us, we can show you what that looks like too.